started the topic matrix for standard 10th. Today, before starting further on, I will discuss or recap what we did yesterday. Yesterday we did was that what is a matrix? Matrix is a rectangular arrangement of numbers in rows and columns. Rows are horizontal arrangement and vertical arrangements were called columns. Like we had discussed that A, B, C, D, E, F is a matrix. ABC is the first row, DEF is the second row, AD is the first column, B is the second column, CF is the third column. And the other important thing, these are called elements of the matrix or members of the matrix. A, B, C, D, E, F are called members or elements of the matrix. And you would notice that there will be no comma in between. There is nothing. It's just a space left to distinguish between the numbers, but there are no commas between or no dashes, nothing. So there will be nothing in between A, B, C or D, E, F. First row, first column, first row, second row, first column, second column, third column. Then we discussed the most important thing was the order of the matrix. We said number of rows into number of columns. Number of rows into number of columns will give us the order of the matrix. We do not multiply them. Like if it is, for example, it has got 2 rows and 3 columns, so we leave them as 2 into 3 because this will indicate how many. Suppose I want to write a matrix like 2 into 3. So I would know that in this matrix M there are 2 rows and 3 columns. But if I write M6, it has got no meaning. But 2 into 3, if I multiply, I'll get the number of elements of the matrix. 2 into 3 is 6, I'll get 6 elements of the matrix. Then we discussed the kinds of matrix. Then we discussed the kind of matrix in which we discussed, first was a row matrix or a row vector. A matrix which has got only one row is called a row matrix. Next was column matrix, in which only one column was there, so column matrix or column vector. The next was rectangular matrix, where number of rows was not equal to number of columns, was a rectangular matrix. Then we had a square matrix, where we said number of rows is equal to number of columns. Then we had a square matrix. Now we are going to go to zero or null matrix. What is a zero or null matrix? A matrix in which the elements of the matrix are 0. All the elements of the matrix are 0. For example, if I look at this matrix, A is equal to 0, 0. This is a null matrix. Or if I see a matrix like this, 0, 0, it is a null matrix. Or if I see a matrix like 0, 0, 0, 0, it is a null matrix. Or if I see a matrix like this, the only condition is the number of elements, all the elements of the matrix should be 0, then it is called a zero or null matrix. It is called zero or null matrix. It could be of any order, that doesn't matter, but it is a zero or null matrix. The next one is diagonal matrix. It's called a diagonal matrix. Now the other thing is the diagonal matrix has to be a square matrix. Diagonal matrix has to be a square matrix because the diagonal is only possible in a square matrix. It is not possible in a rectangular matrix. What is a diagonal matrix? A matrix in which the lead diagonal has values. Lead diagonal are non-zeros. Lead diagonal means starting from top left to the bottom right. For example, A 0, 0, 0, B 0, 0, 0, C. This kind of a matrix, this is called lead diagonal. This is called lead diagonal starting from top left to the bottom right. It has to be a square matrix, then only the diagonal is possible. Only the diagonal elements are non-zero, the rest of the elements are zero. The rest of the elements are zero. It is diagonal matrix. In the diagonal matrix, you have the lead diagonal will be non-zero, the remaining elements will be zero, like it is here. Or, for example, if it is 2, 0, 0, 5. Again, this is a lead diagonal, and lead diagonal are non-zero, the remaining are zero. Remaining elements are zero. It is called diagonal matrix. It is called a diagonal matrix, and lead diagonal is the diagonal which starts from the top left goes to the bottom right. And for a diagonal matrix, for a matrix to be diagonal, it has to be a square matrix. Otherwise, it is not possible. For example, if you try and say A 0 0 0 B 0. Now, if I take this can't be a diagonal matrix because there is no diagonal. This is not the diagonal. This is not the diagonal. Diagonal will start from the top left and finish at the bottom right. It is not finishing at the bottom right, it is finishing only in between. So for finishing it to be the bottom right, it has to be a square matrix. It has to be a square matrix. So the lead diagonal elements are non-zero and all other elements are zero. Then we have diagonal matrix. Now let us see the identity or unit matrix. Again, unit or identity matrix will be a square matrix. It will be a square matrix. And all the lead diagonal elements will be unit, the remaining will be zero. Like 1, 0, 0, 1. This is lead diagonal, and lead diagonal is what? 1, 1, unit. For example, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. It is a unit matrix I. It is identity or unit matrix. It is denoted by I. It is denoted by I. But it has to be a square matrix because the diagonal is only possible. Time and again I am repeating the same thing, that diagonal is only possible when it is a square matrix. For example, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. It is a 4 into 4 matrix, 4 rows and 4 columns. It is 3 into 3, it is 2 into 2. These are the order of the matrix, and when number of rows is equal to number of column, it is called a square matrix. In all these matrix, number of columns and number of rows is equal to number of columns, and the lead diagonal is this, starting from top left to the bottom right, and it is unit. The rest of the elements are zero. In the diagonal element, in the diagonal matrix as well as in unit matrix, in the diagonal matrix only difference is that the diagonal elements don't have to be unit. They can be non-zero. Any numbers can be there. But in unit matrix, the diagonal elements have to be unit. Then it becomes a unit or identity matrix. Now the next is, what is a transpose of a matrix? What is transpose of a matrix? How do we calculate the transpose of a matrix? For example, I have a matrix A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In a transpose, what we do is we interchange the rows and columns. We interchange the rows and columns of the matrix. For example, AT or A dash, there are a way of representing a transpose of a matrix is either A dash or AT. What will it be? You interchange the rows and columns. You make rows into columns and columns into rows. For example, 1, 4, 2, 5, 3, 6. Please notice what is the order of the matrix A. The number of rows into number of columns. 2 rows, 3 columns. Here it will become what? 3 rows and 2 columns. They are interchanged. 2 into 3 will become 3 into 2. It is called the transpose of a matrix. Transpose of a matrix is obtained by interchanging the rows and columns. For example, let us say one more example. M is equal to A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. This is matrix M. If I want to find the transpose of this matrix, it will be MT or M dash or M dash. Both ways are correct. Either you represent it by transpose, M transpose or M dash. What am I going to do? I am going to interchange the rows and columns. A, D, G, B, E, H, B, E, H and C, F, I. C, F, I. So we have interchanged the rows and columns. In this, the only thing is that it was of the order 3 into 3. It will also remain of the order 3 into 3 because it's a square matrix, so it does not matter whether, even on interchanging rows and columns, the rows, number of rows and number of columns remain the same. So ABC was here, the first row, it has become the first column. ABC has become the first column. DEF was second row, DEF has become second column. GHI was the third row, it has become the third column. So we have interchanged the rows and columns, and this is called the transpose of a matrix. This is called the transpose of a matrix. The next is equality of matrix. When are the two matrices going to be said to be equal? When are the two matrices said to be equal? Equality of matrices. Number one, the condition is that two matrices will be of the same order. Two matrices have to be of the same order. Order of the matrix, order of two matrices should be same, should be same. Then only they will be said to be equal. They can be equal to each other if the order of the matrix is same. Number two, the corresponding elements of two matrices should be same. Then they will be called equal or equal matrix. For example, let me take the two matrices. One is A, suppose it is A1, A2, A3, A4. These are the elements of the matrix. And there is another matrix B, which is B1, B2, B3 and B4. I've just named arbitrary elements are there. A1, A2, B1, A1, A2, A3, A4, B1, B2, B3, B4. The order of this matrix is 2 into 2. The order of the matrix is this 2 into 2. Then only we can say these two matrices can be equal. If the order of the matrix is not same, then we cannot say the two matrices are also will be of the same, will be equal. We cannot say the two matrices will be equal if the order of the matrix is not same. For example, here the order is same, the first condition is satisfied. Order of two matrices should be same, and corresponding elements of two matrices should be same again. Here should be same. So what are we supposed to do? The next step is A1 should be equal to B1, A2 should be equal to B2, and A3 is equal to B3, and A4 is equal to B4. If these two things are satisfied, then we say the two matrices are of the same, are equal to each other. Two matrices are equal to each other. For example, if A, B, C, D is equal to -4, 2, 6, and 8. Suppose two matrices are given. They are of the same order, number one. The order of the matrix is the same. Now let us see that they will be equal if A will be equal to -4, B will be equal to 2, C will be equal to 6, and D will be equal to 8. Then we will say that two matrices are of the same order. Let us take one more example. X minus 2, then we have y, a upon 2, and b plus 1. B plus 1 is equal to 0, 3, 1, 5. 0, 3, 1, 5. 0, 3, 1, 5. We have to find the value of x, y, a, b. We have to find the value of x, y, and a, b. So what are we going to do? We will equate, first of all, they are of the same order. If it is the order of this matrix is 2 into 2, the order of this matrix is 2 into 2. They are of the same order. Then what are we going to do? We are going to equate the corresponding elements. For example, the first element of this matrix is x minus 2, and the first element there is 0. That will imply x is equal to 2. This is the first thing. Second thing, y will be equal to 3, because y is the element here, second element, and 3 is the second element there. The third one is a upon 2 will be equal to 1. That will imply a is equal to 2. That implies a is equal to 2. The fourth one is b plus 1 is 5. That will imply b is equal to 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. So x is 2, y is 3, a is 2, and b is 4 according to these conditions. So whenever we have to say that two matrices are equal, what are we going to do? We must notice that both the matrices should be of the same order, number one. And then if we find them of the same order, then the next step we have to take is that we must equate the corresponding elements of both the matrices. This is the equality of matrices. The next is we are going to discuss operations on matrix. What is the operation? Basic operation, binary operation, of course subtraction, addition, multiplication. That is what we are going to do. First is subtraction. First is addition of matrix. Addition of matrices. Now, when we are talking of addition of matrices, the first condition is that two matrices can be added to each other only if they are of the same order. Two matrices are said to be conformable for addition if they are of the same order. If they are of the same order, they are of the same order. They are the same order. Two matrices are said to be conformable for addition of conformable fit for addition if they are of the same order. They can be added only if they are of the same order. Corresponding elements of both matrices are added to get the addition. Two matrices are said to be conformable for addition. This is C, conformable for addition if they are of the same order. Corresponding elements of both matrices are added to get the addition. For example, I have A1, A2, A3, A4, one matrix. If I add another matrix B1, B2, B3 and B4. These are conformable for addition because this is of the order 2 into 2, this is of the order 2 into 2, they can be added to each other. This is 2 into 2, this is 2 into 2. Both matrices are of the same order and they can be added to each other. And first thing was they are said to be conformable for addition if they are of the same order. Next was, how do we add them? We add the corresponding elements. A1 plus B1, A2 plus B2, A3 plus B3, A4 plus B4. We add the corresponding elements algebraically. Whatever the signs are there, those are included. Suppose there is a minus here, then it will become A2 minus B2. It will not be A2 plus B2, A2 minus B2. And the resultant matrix is of the same order. For example, 2 into 2 was the order here, 2 into 2 was the order here, then 2 into 2 will be the order here as well. The matrix will be of the order 2 into 2 here also. Let us take an example of the addition. Another example of addition. I have given you one here. Like A is 2156, A is 2156 and B is 3214. 3214. So if I have to find A plus B, first of all I must check, are they of the same order? Yes, I can see clearly they are of the same order. The order of the matrix A is 2 into 2 and order of the matrix B is also 2 into 2. So of course I can add them. I can add them because they are of the same order. Now the next is that while adding we have to add the corresponding element. The first element of this will be added to the first element of this. 2 plus 3, 1 plus 2, 5 plus 1 and 6 plus 4. Just add the corresponding element. And the resultant matrix will be of the same order, that is 2 into 2. It will be 5, 3, 6 and 10. This is of the order 2 into 2. This is of the order 2 into 2. We add the corresponding elements of both the matrices. Now let me calculate B into A. Let me calculate B plus A. Suppose I have to add B plus A. Then I'll write B first, which is 3, 2, 1, 4. And A is 2, 1, 5, 6. And let us see what is B plus A. It will be 3 plus 2, 5, 2 plus 1, 3, 1 plus 5, 6, and 4 plus 6, 10. So we realize that A plus B is equal to B plus A. That means A plus B is equal to B plus A. Whether you add A and B or you add B and A, whether you write A first and add it to B, or first you write B and add it to A, both the results A plus B and B plus A are same. 5, 3, 6, 10, 5, 3, 6, 10. So this is called commutative property of addition. It is called commutative property. Addition is commutative. Addition is commutative for matrices. It means A plus B is equal to B plus A. Addition is commutative. Whether you write A first and add it to B, or whether you write B first and add it to A, the results are same. So A plus B is equal to B plus A is commutative property. It is commutative. This is commutative. So matrix addition satisfies commutative property. Now let us see one more example. Let me take one more matrix. A and B I have taken. Let me take one more matrix C. Let me take one more matrix C of the same order. Suppose it is 1, minus 3, minus 2, minus 7. I have taken 3 matrices. Now let us find, first of all, A plus B plus C. That means we add B plus C and then add A to it. So B plus C means what? Let me add B plus C first. B plus C means 3 plus 1, 2 minus 3, 1 minus 2, and 4 minus 7. We have added the first element of B to the first element of C. Second element of B 2, second element of C is minus 3, so 2 minus 3. First element of B is 1, third element of C is minus 2, so 1 minus 2. Fourth element of the B is 4th, and that is minus 7, so 4 minus 7. So it becomes 4 minus 1, minus 1, and minus 3. 3 plus 1, 4, 2 minus 3, minus 1, 1 minus 2, minus 1, 4 minus 7 is minus 3. Now let me add A to this, A plus B plus C. Let me add A to it, A. So what will it become? A means 2 plus 4, A is here and B plus C is here. 2 plus 4, 1 minus 1, 5 minus 1, and 6 minus 3. So what do I get? I get 6, 0, 4, and 3. This is A plus B plus C. I get A plus B plus C. Now let me find out A plus B plus C. That means first I will add A plus B and then I'll add C. I'm going to do it in same steps, like first let me add A plus B. 2 plus 3, 5. 1 plus 2, 3. 5 plus 1, 6. 6 plus 4, 10. This is A plus B. Now add C to it. And what is C? C is 1 minus 3 minus 2 minus 7. Let us add this to it. What will I get? 5 plus 1, 6. 3 minus 3, 0. 6 minus 2, 4. And 10 minus 7, 3. So what I realize is that A plus in the bracket B plus C or A plus B plus C is same. This is called associative property. It is called associative property of addition. This is called associative property of addition. So matrix addition satisfies associative property of matrix addition, or matrix addition satisfies associative property, that is A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. Thank you.